there you go. I slipped wearing flip-flops in the rain while carrying the bolt of fleece that we salvaged from the craft store bins. And I fell very gracefully and somewhat dramatically up the front porch steps, which is how this happened. My ring finger is broken and my wrist and hand are sprained, and I've got really pretty bruises all over the place, because when I do something, I do it with flair. Before that, though, I was working on assorted projects and upcycling and repurposing, all kinds of good stuff, trying to get stuff done to get things out of the way during our renovation, continuing the renovation as well. Right now, I am resting and watching lots of scary movies and just trying to let myself heal and be smart. But here's what I was up to before all of this. Whew, okay, so I'm using my dumpster salvaged Makita drill and charger here with some scrap pieces of boards. The cleaner looking ones were leftovers from other projects, and then the dirtier looking ones are actually from the bins. We salvaged those. And then I've got other scrap pieces of wood, including some pieces of pallet from some pallets that we got out of the bins whenever it was that we did. And then I have a bunch of leftover screws, some of them from the bins and some left over from other projects. And here I am in my floorless, carpetless living room, finally getting this frame put together that's going to support the bookcase that I'm going to have roll under my son's bed. The other thing, I have this spare drawer that I got out of the bins, and I'm going to put some casters on that as well so that it can roll under his bed for things like toys. Stuff like that. So, all right, I'm going to jump back in. I've got all the holes drilled in the corners, and I've got 2 screws put in here already. And then once I screw all of these together, then I will flip it over and measure these planks to put on the other side, get them cut and attached. Frugal friends. I did it. I did it. I am slow, and it takes me forever to finish really anything as I go around and around and around from one project to another, back to another, to another, to another. But eventually, they get done. So, there you go. All put together. I used dumpster screws to attach the casters. Most of the screws that I used for the whole project are either from the dumpsters or left over from other projects that we have done. Time to go test it out with the bookcase. Let's see how it goes. It'll be interesting. But, I'm so proud. Look at me using power tools, huh? All right, Frugal friends. It took even more work than I anticipated, longer than I anticipated. I had to make adjustments for height. And right now I've got the bed on blocks because it's still too high, but I really can't get it any lower than it is. It would actually fit perfectly under the bunk bed in my girls' room, so it might end up going in there. I don't know. We will see. But for now, this is finally done. As is the case with most of my little brilliant, quote-unquote, brilliant ideas, they end up being far more work than I anticipate. But it's done. The books are in there. I do plan to get them more organized when I'm fresh and energized, re-energized, I will get them more organized, but I wanted them out of my room, off of my floor. So the books, all the books that we chose to keep after sorting and sorting, they are all in the bookcase, supported on this rolly cart thing that is now done. This is going to work for now. Once we get the floor put in, that will, of course, be a whole other issue. I just don't know if I'm comfortable with having these kind of wheels on a really nice new laminate flooring. We'll see. But for now, this is awesome. It is a space saver. I'm so excited. We can start getting his room put back together. I am going to get to work on the rest of this. I'm actually at this point seriously tempted to hire a local handyman to come in and finish this for me. And then we can get to work on the floor. So there's just so many more things coming along, but this, for now, is done. And ta-da! There you go. Have some broken metal tools, a piece of a crib, and spray paint from the bins. We'll see how this goes. Okay, so there's a first coat of paint on that one. I'm not really going to worry about the back side of it because it's really for front view. Except that if people are coming from that way, I don't know, we'll see. Anywho, got the other piece put up and used this heavy-duty stake that we found in the bins, just a month or two ago. Got it attached pretty good. I couldn't get it as far in as I wanted to. I'll see if my husband can help me get that a little deeper so that it's a little sturdier. Now, time to go ahead and get that painted. You may remember the lighthouse thing and this little finial that I found. Well, I went back to the craft store and come to find out all it is this. Here's a picture showing you at the craft store. So, yeah, all I have to do, glue it back on. I have no idea what else I'm going to do with it, but I think it will have something to do with this glitter dust spray that is also from the Joann's craft store bins. Okay, I got the first coat of paint on this side, and I added these black tubes that we found in the bins just this last weekend. Next, what I'm working on, I took the head off of the skeleton guy that we found this last weekend, clipped the wires, and found inside the other eye. I tried getting this eye out, but it just wouldn't come out. So instead, I am just going to glue the other eye back in and going to more tightly attach his jaw. We'll see. We'll figure that out. Okay, I have glued his head back on. I'm going to let that part dry, and then I will try to secure this part a little bit more. And then we shall see, I don't know, we'll see if we can get him to work out in our little graveyard. I don't know if I want to reconnect these chains or just let that hang, or maybe attach it to the graveyard fence somehow. We'll see. Okay, you'll have to pardon the car alarm in the background, but what I have here is the frame for what is going to be my ghost. It's just twine, metal twine, with this bamboo and this dowel and all of this chicken wire, and everything except this piece is from the bins. The little dowels, the big dowel, the bamboo, this piece of chicken wire, all from the bins. This stuff, there was a whole bunch of this in our shed when we bought the house, so that just came with the house. And then of course I did have to pay for the twine, but I had a coupon last Christmas when I bought that. So now we're gonna go get the white tablecloth that we found this last weekend and see if we can make a ghost. So there was also the clear mask, scary mask that we found at Zurcher's this weekend. I just sprayed some of the spray paint that I've been using on different projects in my house, sprayed that on there, and then let it drip down from the eyes. The idea, I'll show you, is She might not be just a ghost. She might be like a demon or something. I don't know. So I added this black piece of fabric also from the bins. And then this stuff, you can get it at the dollar store, but this I did get in the bins. And then the face is going to go right there when this dries. So we'll see how that looks. I do not like that you can see the stick. I do wish it was higher. We'll see what I end up doing. I really would like it to be higher, but then of course we have a lot of wind going on and that might not be smart. We'll see. Okay, we got that guy glued back together. Pardon the scary music in the background or scary sounds. I'm watching scary movies today. We got the owls glued onto magnets. I believe these are the magnets that Laura sent us. So thank you, Laura. They are now with these owls very happy on our fridge. One of the witches, you know, they had the little dangle legs and I only had enough to make one of them whole. So this one, no matter, you don't even notice because she is up here in this plant. And then right here we have the other one who has both of her legs and is sitting on this shelf. I'm going to put some candles in there and more webs. It has some webs left from last year, but we'll web it up a little bit. And then there is the kitty cat that we also found in the dollar store bin. He is now repaired and happily hanging here on my new curtain rods in the freshly painted, redone, almost done living room. So I think it was last year that I found both of these masks. If you guys remember that episode, please remind us in the comments. But anyway, there were two of them. And I think it was when I found that like huge load of witches and skeletons. Maybe the witches like this and the skeletons like this. So what I've done, well, if I've done nothing yet except hang this guy up, he needs a new battery, still has his eyes and all the electrical and whatnot. I may or may not get a new battery for him. We shall see. Then this guy, I could not decide, what am I going to do? What am I going to do for his eyes? Well, there are some little blue beads that have been banging around the house. Well, they're not beads, they're jewels that we found in the dollar store bin a couple weeks ago. So I'm going to grab a couple of those and put them right here. So I like it, but I do kind of wish they were red. But what I had were blue, so we went with blue. I don't know, I might look in the attic in our bead supplies and see if there's red gems, but for now, yeah, these will do. Then I'm also going to add one to the middle of this black rose that we found in the bins. I think that will look really pretty, and it needs something in the middle. And then it is going to live right up here on this shelf with these other fun Halloween repurposed, upcycled goodies. So let's get that done. Ta-da! I love Halloween. Another thing I got done was getting this mirror installed. It's pretty handy. See that? Can't remember if I got it out of the dumpster or if it was from when I helped clean out that dead lady's house. I don't remember. All I know is it's done, it's up, it's out of the attic, and that's one of the things that I was working on and hope to be working on again soon. Getting all the stuff, you know, those random things, those unfinished projects that are taking up space by not being done. Trying to get all that, you know, wrapped up and finished up. A project is only as good as your willingness to complete it. So we're working on it. And also trying to rest and let my hand heal.